Hello everyone, today's story is Pigins' Unexpected Adventure by Kathleen Watkins. No rain today, yippee! Pigin breathed a sigh of relief. It was a great day for the fairies' annual summer party. He set off with Badger for the woods behind Hope Castle. The scene that awaited them was spectacular. Ooh, spectacular. I wonder, that sounds amazing. Look at this. Look at the mice, said Badger. 6 mice were dancing around in a circle, using their tails as skipping ropes. As the seals from the harbour were special guests, the fairies had set up a row of seawater showers so they could splash in and out. How kind and thoughtful of the fairies, said Pigin. Looks awesome. Look at the seals having showers. The Fairy Queen reminded the fairies about the table manners. Mouths should be closed when eating, and knives and forks should be put together when finished. The food was so scrumptious that Pigin nearly licked his knife, but remembered that would be rude just in time. After the meal, Pigin stood on a chair and sang to the guests. Pigin wasn't the best at singing, but all the guests clapped anyway. Then there was dancing, so everyone gave Pigin their balloons to hold. Little did he know what would happen next. Uh-oh, what do we think's going to happen? Let's see. Suddenly, Pigin was airborne. He flew high above his friends, the party and the castle. The guests couldn't believe their eyes. They gasped when they saw his little trotters wriggling as the balloons brought him up, up, up towards the clouds. Look at him now. Luckily, Pigin was spotted by an Aer Lingus pilot who lived near him on the Hill of Hope. The green bird was flying out towards the Irish Sea. Is it yourself, Pigin? Asked the pilot. Come on in here. The captain pulled Pigin into the cockpit and the balloons floated away. Where are we going? Asked Pigin. To London. A dream come true. I always wanted to go to London. This could be my chance to meet the Queen of England. A kind air steward gave Pigin tea and biscuits, and in no time at all they had landed at Heathrow. They look like yummy biscuits, don't they? Jammy Dodgers. Yummy, yummy. Soon Pigin found himself on a very fast and loud train to London City. He booked into a small hotel behind the famous Harrods store, which he remembered Nana Kit talking about after her last trip to London. Do you have any luggage, sir? Asked the surprised receptionist. None, said Pigin. Anything I need can be provided by the fairies. Oh, well, that's different, she exclaimed, exchanging a glance with one of her colleagues. It's very strange to arrive to a hotel with no luggage, isn't it? When Pigin got to his room, he had a nice sudsy shower and feasted on the fruit and chocolates left in a pretty dish on the table. Suddenly, the wardrobe clicked open and the sound of orchestral music. A clothes hanger floated with a beautiful green tweed suit and laid itself on the bed. Magic, thought Pigin. Thank you, dear fairies, he said. Perfect for a visit to Buckingham Palace. Pigin changed into the new suit and looked at himself in the mirror. Now that looks good, he thought. I'm ready for the road. And off he went. Pigin almost stopped the traffic when he went out to hail a cab. He looks very smart, doesn't he, in his suit? Pigs in tweed suits are not a usual sight in the streets of London. Everybody was watching him, look. They were gasping. Oh, wow, look at that pig in a tweed suit. He got into the cab and said to the driver, "First stop, Buckingham Palace, please." "You're looking very smart," said the friendly driver. "Are you going somewhere special?" "To see the Queen, I hope," said Pigin. "Oh," she said, smiling, "not everyone gets to meet the Queen. You know, buckle up, Buckingham Palace, here we come." And off they went in the taxi. When Pigin arrived at the palace, people were gathered at the gates, which opened slowly as a big black car drove out. Pigin could not believe it when he saw the Queen smiling and waving at the crowds. There she is there, look at the Queen. That's her dog. "I wonder where they're off to," Pigin said out loud, disappointed that he wouldn't get to meet her. "Her Majesty heads for Windsor Castle every weekend," one of the guards said. "Well, at least I can say I saw her," thought Pigin. "And now I will continue my tour." Where do we think he's off to next? Next, he headed to 10 Downing Street, the home of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is like our Taoiseach here, isn't he? He arrived there to find more policemen and tourists. "I would love to have my picture taken at the door of number 10, please," said Pigin to the policeman. "If it's not too much trouble." "Not a chance," was the reply. "Please, please, please," said Pigin. The policeman consulted with his colleagues and kindly escorted Pigin to the door and took his picture. "Thank you so much," he said. "And where do you think I should go next?" "To the London Eye. You can see the whole city from the top," was the reply. "That sounds so exciting." So off Pigin went in search of the big wheel. There he is there, look, can you see him? Pigin got his ticket and joined the queue, where he gazed up at the giant wheel moving slowly around and around. In no time at all, he was in one of those glass bubbles heading up into the sky. It was such a thrill, and Pigin looked out on so many wonderful sightings, including the boats on the Thames. And do we know what this building is called? That's Big Ben, isn't it? Pigin made his way to the edge of the great river Thames and joined another queue. A man began to sing, cruising down the river, and everyone joined in. On board they had a lovely lunch and looked at the sightings as the guides pointed them out. Pigin made friends with everyone and had the most wonderful time. "Such beautiful buildings," he said to a friendly lady beside him. "Too much to do in a day." "You'll have to come for another visit soon," she said. Pigin knew that on this visit he had to visit the Tower of London to see the crown jewels. Nothing could have prepared him for beautiful tiaras and crowns he saw in the glass case. They glistened and sparkled, and a kind man in a beautiful uniform brought in a small box for Pigin to stand on. Oh, because he was so small, look. So he could get a really good look. He could hardly tear himself away. "I must buy pictures of these jewels in the gift shop for Nana Kit," he thought. Soon it was time to go home. On the plane home, Pigin fell fast asleep, dreaming of the sightings he had seen on his unexpected London adventure. When he awoke, the green bird had just landed. "Welcome to Dublin," said the pilot over the speaker. "Welcome to Dublin. I hope Nana Kit will be waiting for me," Pigin thought. It was a wonderful adventure in London, but there is no place like home. So there he is, home again. And that was the end of the story. That was a great adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.